This is what I call a hero character sheet. It's my take on something that Hollywood actors do when they're trying to get into character to play a certain role. And in this video, I'm going to show you how it is one of the most effective ways to achieve your goals. Now, before we get into that, my name's Keefe, and I made this channel to help men create their ideal lives through self-mastery. So if you're guys out there looking to improve his life, hit the subscribe button and bell icon. I put out new videos every single day to help you do exactly that. Now let's get into the video. Now, to explain how this sheet works, I want to first explain its creation because I think that would be really helpful for you understanding why this is such a powerful thing, this hero character sheet. So what the hero character sheet is kind of a take on something from Hollywood called method acting. Now, method acting is this form of acting where actors they'll get a character they're supposed to play in a movie and they'll try to embody the character like on a daily basis and really get into the character, really think about like, all right, what's this character thinking? How does this character think? And like get into the true mindset of the character they're playing. And it's a famous form of acting in Hollywood. So what the hero acting sheet is, the hero character sheet actually is pretty much my take on this, combined with my understanding of psychology to the degree that I understand it and understanding the hero myth. I found that this was, for me, the most effective way for me to start achieving my goals, more powerful than like scripting them or even visualizing them, which I am a fan of visualization, but I have just found that this is a far more effective method for creating your goals. So what this sheet is it similar to method acting? I've never actually seen a real method acting character like sheet, like what the actors actually do, but this is my take on it. And it works for me. So what it is it's got all the major areas of your life that you're trying to create goals in. You have goals to achieve in. And it's basically like taking that and making it into a person. So you ask yourself, okay, what is this person? Because ultimately what you're trying to do when you achieve a goal is you're trying to have an inner transformation, because the person you are right now doesn't have the things you want to have. So part of achieving goals isn't about getting something over there to come to you. It's about you becoming the kind of person who goes to the goal. And so it's kind of like a meeting halfway, right? Like a millionaire is a millionaire because they are a certain kind of person. Okay, it's not luck. They act like a certain person. They take certain actions because they are a certain way. So what this is you take all those goals, you write them down, you get specific, because the more specific you get, the more effective you will be at getting to your target. I made the example a few days ago about maps. If you were going to the beach for a vacation and you just typed in the name of the beach, it would take you to the beach, but it wouldn't take you to your hotel. You got to type in the specific hotel to get to the place you actually want to go. And that specificity is similar to how you work with goal creation. So on this sheet, some of the areas I've got down here: business and income. I've got the setting, like the place that this scene is happening, where I'm living. I've got my relationships with women, my health, my social life. And I got some other things like material type of things. And then I got personality traits, because the new me is going to have certain personality traits. And so what you do is you kind of take like a scene of like, you put all of this together of where you might be and say, I don't know, 3 months, 12 months, 2 years, wherever it is for this big vision you have for yourself in all these areas. And you put all that together into what a person would be. And so what this sheet does is you get into the person. You say, okay, like, what would this person be thinking about? What does this version of me think that I don't think right now? And you get into the head of it. So, for example, maybe you want to be a business owner. Like, for example, on my business one here, I have one-on-one coaching program is producing over $25,000 a month in profit. So from that perspective, I'd say, okay, like, what is this person thinking about? Well, this guy obviously has a coaching program. So when I wrote this down, I had to go create my coaching program that I now have. I also have on here 100,000 subscribers, and I get into detail about the specifics of like what that's like. Like I'm saying, producing content I love, and like people are getting a lot of value out of it, things like that. And I write these down. So that requires I got to put out content, because what would this guy be doing? What would this version of me do that has 100,000 subscribers? He'd put out the content. So you see how that works. You really focus on embodying who the person is. And the reason this is so powerful is I want to explain something called be, do, have. And what I've explained this a couple times before, but it is such a powerful thing for you to get into your head. A lot of people, when they're trying to bring about a goal, they're focused on having the goal. They want this amount of money. And so they're really focused on bringing the money to them. But understanding be, do, have says that before you can have something, first you got to do something, and even before that, you got to be somebody. So an example of this is, we'll use millionaires. Actually, a better example, fitness. Fitness is a really easy one. So you want to have a great body. That's your have. But the do would be, you got to go work out, right? That would be how you get the body. And before you'll do it, you have to be the kind of person who's in great shape. So mentally, you have to see yourself at an identity level of, I'm the kind of guy who's in great shape. Then you'll go do the action, which is work out. And because you do the action, you have the result. So you see how that works. Whereas most people are so caught up on the goal that they never get to it, because they're focused on this idea of, I don't have it and I want it to come to me, but they don't focus on, how can I change into the kind of person who has that. And this cuts to the chase, because you write it all down and it's from the perspective of me being this certain kind of person, rather than me just trying to like stay the same and get different results. You're not going to get different results being the same. If you want different results, you have to be a different person. And that's what this is all about. It cuts to that be portion of be, do, have. So you start asking yourself, okay, what would a one-on-one coach, like I've got one-on-one coaching program producing $25,000 a month. What would the guy with a $25,000 a month profit one-on-one coaching program be doing? Well, he'd have a program, and he'd have outreach, and he'd have like specifics, and he'd have clients, and he'd have a sales call formula, all those different things. So I went and created all of that. And what happened when I did that? I started getting clients. It's that simple. People don't seem to understand this, but I had to first be the guy, because I had to ask myself, all right, this guy that I am, this successful coach, he does certain things. So what are those certain things he does? And then I got into that, and now the results start to accrue. The having is the last part. You first have to be, and then do, and then you have. And when you understand that, you can get major results, and that's what this is all about. It also gets in, like I mentioned, on traits. Some of the traits I have on here, things like being strong, having a backbone, being a leader. These are certain qualities, traits that I want to make sure that I am embodying within myself. And so I can ask myself on a daily basis, okay, how would I act with this certain trait in a certain situation? And what you're doing is you're just training yourself to be a new person and embody this. And this is how, by being a different person, you will do different things. And by doing different things, you will get different results. Now, guys, by this point, you might be interested in creating your own one of these. So what I did was I created a free downloadable copy of this, where I also included a portion of the Unleashing the Alpha coaching program, where I walk through a template version of this and explain to you in more detail how to create your own. If you want to get that video and that download, click in the description box below. You can get the whole thing for free. Guys, if you got something out of this video, give me a like so I can reach more guys through the algorithm. Hit the bell icon and subscribe button so you don't miss new videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.